Hi there, my name is Steve Schwartz and I'm the founder of the LSAT blog. I've been coaching the LSAT for over 10 years now, and today I wanted to share with you one of the toughest things about the LSAT, which is the vocabulary. And I'm not talking about things like necessary and sufficient condition indicators or other simplistic things like that you can memorize. I'm talking about words that are used in ways that you might not expect. One of the hardest things about the LSAT is when they use a word in a definition that's technically true, but not the first definition you would think of. And so part of getting good at the LSAT is knowing when they're using a word in an unfamiliar or uncommon way. In everyday speech, we might think of the word qualify, for example, as being enough to get something. One definition specifically says to fulfill the conditions necessary to get something, like you qualify for a championship or something, or you qualify to get into law school, which it means like you're good enough, essentially. You're being evaluated and you're good enough. That's how we typically use the word qualify. But on the LSAT, they use it in a less common way, in a more logic-oriented way. Specifically, they'll use it in a definition meaning to restrict or limit the scope of a claim. So, like, for example, everyone likes to eat plain cheese pizza would be an extreme claim. But if we qualify that claim and limit the scope of it, we could say everyone likes to eat cheese pizza except those who are lactose intolerant or those who are vegan. That's the way that LSAC would use the word qualify more often. And so if you're expecting it in the other way, like we say I qualified to get a law school scholarship because I got a high LSAT score, that is the conventional usage, but that's not the formal logic usage. Same goes for the word consistent. We might think of the word consistent as being like occurring regularly or something like that. But on the LSAT, when something is logically consistent, it means it is not contradictory with. So these are the sorts of things that you really want to practice and you really want to get good at. So one thing I've looked to do is I've looked to create materials that help you break down LSAT vocabulary. I have some articles on my site about this. I also have a guide to this, which I call the LSAT Vocabulary Builder. And what I've done there is I've grouped words together with similar meanings so you can form more general good associations between them. Because the LSAT is not really a memorization test. You could do flashcards for simple things like necessary, sufficient condition indicators if you need to, but more of this comes down to understanding words in context, and that's where groupings come in handy. So anyway, I've linked to all of that below if you'd like to find out more. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.